If you're a man over 60 and you're getting up 3, 4, maybe even 5 times a night to use the bathroom, if you're having trouble starting your stream or feeling like you never fully empty your bladder, then what I'm about to tell you could change everything. I'm Dr. Michael Harrison, and for 35 years, I've been helping men just like you deal with prostate problems. And here's what shocked me the most. Many of my patients were making their prostate problems worse by eating fruits they thought were healthy. That's right. The same fruits your doctor tells you to eat more of could be the reason you're struggling with an enlarged prostate right now. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal the 5 common fruits that are secretly inflaming your prostate and making your symptoms worse. These aren't exotic fruits, they're sitting in your kitchen right now. And I'm going to tell you exactly what to eat instead. Stay with me because this information could be the key to finally getting a good night's sleep again. The hidden truth about healthy fruits. Before we dive into the 5 fruits you need to avoid, let me explain something that most doctors won't tell you. Just because a fruit is healthy for most people doesn't mean it's healthy for your prostate. Your prostate is a walnut-sized gland that sits right below your bladder. When it gets inflamed or enlarged, a condition called BPH or benign prostatic hyperplasia, it presses against your urethra like a clamp on a garden hose. This is why you have trouble starting your stream, why you feel like you never fully empty, and why you're up all night running to the bathroom. Now, certain fruits can make this inflammation worse. They do this in 3 main ways. First, they're high in natural sugars that spike inflammation throughout your body, including your prostate. Second, many fruits are acidic, which irritates your bladder and urinary tract. Third, some fruits can mess with your hormone balance, which directly affects prostate size. The good news, once you know which fruits to avoid, you can start feeling better almost immediately. Fruit 1. Pineapple, the tropical troublemaker. Let me tell you about George, a 67-year-old retired teacher who came to see me last year. He was getting up 6 times a night to urinate and felt exhausted all the time. When I asked about his diet, George proudly told me he'd been eating fresh pineapple every morning for the past 6 months. He thought he was being healthy. Here's the problem with pineapple. It's loaded with natural sugars, about 16 grams per cup. That's almost as much as a candy bar. These sugars spike inflammation in your body, and your prostate pays the price. But that's not all. Pineapple contains an enzyme called bromelain. Now, most people think bromelain is anti-inflammatory, and it can be. But for men with sensitive prostates, bromelain actually increases blood flow to the pelvic area. This sounds good, but it's like throwing gasoline on a fire that's already burning. The third problem is acidity. Pineapple is very acidic, and this acid irritates your bladder lining. It's like pouring lemon juice on a cut. It burns and makes everything worse. I told George to stop eating pineapple for 2 weeks. Within 10 days, he was only getting up twice a night instead of 6 times. He couldn't believe such a simple change could make such a big difference. Fruit 2. Oranges and citrus fruits, the morning mistake. This one surprises a lot of men because we've been told for years that vitamin C is good for us. And it is, but not when it comes to your prostate. Let me tell you about Frank, a 72-year-old who was drinking 2 glasses of orange juice every morning. He thought he was boosting his immune system. Instead, he was inflaming his prostate. Citrus fruits like oranges, grapefruits, lemons, and limes are extremely acidic. This acid doesn't just irritate your bladder, it creates a burning sensation that makes you feel like you have to go all the time. The natural sugars in citrus fruits also feed inflammation. 1 medium orange has about 12 grams of sugar. If you're drinking orange juice, you're getting even more, about 21 grams per cup. Here's what really happens. That acid hits your bladder and creates irritation. Your brain gets the signal that something's wrong, so you feel like you need to urinate. But when you go, nothing much comes out because the real problem is inflammation, not a full bladder. When Frank stopped drinking orange juice and switched to water with a slice of cucumber, his urgency improved within a week. He told me, "Doc, I wish I'd known this years ago." Fruit 3. Bananas, the potassium problem. Bananas seem so innocent, don't they? They're creamy, sweet, and packed with potassium. Most men think they're the perfect healthy snack. But here's what I discovered after treating thousands of men with prostate problems. Bananas can actually make your symptoms worse, especially if you eat them regularly. Let me explain why. Bananas are loaded with potassium, about 420 milligrams per banana. Now, potassium is important for your heart and muscles, but it also affects fluid balance in your body. When you eat a lot of potassium, your body holds on to more fluid. This extra fluid can cause swelling throughout your body, including around your prostate. It's like adding more water to a balloon that's already full. There's another problem. Bananas contain plant compounds called phytosterols. In small amounts, these aren't harmful. But if you're eating bananas every day, these compounds can interfere with your hormone balance. Remember, your prostate is very sensitive to hormones, especially testosterone and estrogen. When these get out of balance, your prostate can grow larger and become more inflamed. I had a patient named Robert who was eating 3 bananas a day. He thought he was being healthy. When he cut back to 1 banana every few days, his nighttime bathroom trips went from 5 times to 2 times per night. Fruit 4. Watermelon, the hydration trap. Summer wouldn't be the same without watermelon, right? It's refreshing, sweet, and seems like the perfect way to stay hydrated. But for men with prostate problems, watermelon can be a nightmare. Here's why. Watermelon is 92% water. That might sound good, but think about what happens when you eat a big slice. You're dumping a huge amount of liquid into your system all at once. If your prostate is already enlarged and pressing on your urethra, your bladder can't empty properly. Now you add all that extra water from the watermelon, and it's like trying to fill a sink with a clogged drain. The result? You feel like you have to go constantly, but when you try, you can't fully empty your bladder. It's frustrating and exhausting. But there's another problem. Watermelon is also high in natural sugars, about 10 grams per cup. These sugars fuel inflammation throughout your body, making your prostate even more swollen and irritated. I remember David, a 69-year-old, who loved watermelon so much he'd eat half a watermelon every evening while watching TV. He couldn't understand why he was up all night using the bathroom. Once I explained the connection and he stopped eating watermelon after 4 p.m., his sleep improved dramatically. He still enjoys watermelon occasionally, but now he eats it earlier in the day and in smaller portions. Fruit 5. Grapes, the sneaky sugar bombs. Grapes look so innocent. They're small, sweet, and easy to snack on. But these little fruits can be big trouble for your prostate. The main problem is sugar. Grapes are loaded with natural sugars, about 15 grams per cup. But here's the thing, it's really easy to eat way more than a cup of grapes without realizing it. I've had patients tell me they eat grapes while watching TV or reading, and before they know it, they've eaten 2 or 3 cups. That's 30 to 45 grams of sugar, which is more than a can of soda. This sugar spike causes inflammation throughout your body. Your prostate, which is already sensitive, gets even more swollen and irritated. Grapes also contain compounds called tannins. These are the same compounds that make red wine taste dry. In your body, tannins can irritate your bladder lining, making you feel like you need to urinate more often. There's another problem most men don't know about. Grapes can interfere with your body's ability to process certain hormones. This can throw off your hormone balance and make prostate problems worse. I treated a man named Carl who was eating a large bowl of grapes every afternoon. He thought he was having a healthy snack. But those grapes were keeping him up all night with bathroom trips. When Carl switched to a small handful of blueberries instead, his symptoms improved within 2 weeks. He was amazed that such a small change could make such a big difference. What to eat instead? Now that you know which fruits to avoid, you're probably wondering what you can eat. Don't worry, there are plenty of prostate-friendly fruits that can satisfy your sweet tooth without making your symptoms worse. Blueberries are your best friend. They're low in sugar, packed with antioxidants, and actually help reduce inflammation. Aim for half a cup per day. Apples are another great choice, especially if you eat them with the skin on. The fiber helps balance out the natural sugars, and they're much less acidic than citrus fruits. Pears are gentle on your bladder and prostate. They're sweet but not too high in sugar, and they provide good fiber. Strawberries are lower in sugar than most fruits and high in vitamin C without the harsh acidity of citrus. Cherries are fantastic for reducing inflammation. They contain natural compounds that work like anti-inflammatory medicine. The science behind the problem. Let me explain why these fruits cause problems in simple terms. Your prostate is like a sponge that sits around your urethra. When it gets inflamed, it swells up like a wet sponge, squeezing your urethra and making it hard to urinate. The fruits I mentioned cause inflammation in 3 ways. 1. Sugar spikes. High sugar levels in your blood trigger inflammation throughout your body, including your prostate. 2. Acid irritation. Acidic fruits irritate your bladder and urinary tract, making you feel like you need to go even when you don't. 3. Hormone disruption. Some fruits contain compounds that can throw off your hormone balance, leading to prostate growth. When you avoid these problematic fruits and choose prostate-friendly alternatives, you're giving your prostate a chance to calm down and heal. Real patient success stories. Let me share a few more success stories to show you how powerful these simple changes can be. Tom, age 71, was drinking a large glass of orange juice every morning and eating pineapple for dessert most nights. He was getting up 7 times per night. After cutting out citrus and pineapple, he was down to 2 to 3 times per night within 2 weeks. Bill, age 65, loved his daily banana smoothies. He was having trouble starting his stream and felt like he never fully emptied his bladder. When he switched to berry smoothies, his flow improved dramatically. Henry, age 68, was a grape lover. He'd eat grapes while watching TV every evening. His urgency was so bad he was afraid to leave the house. After switching to a small apple for his evening snack, he regained his confidence and started going out again. Your action plan. Here's exactly what I want you to do starting today. Week 1. Remove 1 problematic fruit from your diet. I recommend starting with whichever one you eat most often. Week 2. Replace that fruit with a prostate-friendly alternative. If you removed oranges, try apples. If you removed grapes, try blueberries. Week 3. Pay attention to your symptoms. Are you getting up fewer times at night? Is your stream stronger? Are you feeling less urgency? Week 4. Remove another problematic fruit and replace it with a healthy alternative. Continue this process until you've eliminated all 5 fruits from your regular diet. You don't have to give them up forever, just avoid eating them regularly. Important notes. Remember, this isn't about perfection, it's about progress. If you slip up and eat some pineapple at a party, don't worry about it. Just get back on track the next day. Also, everyone's body is different. You might find that one fruit bothers you more than others. Pay attention to your symptoms and adjust accordingly. If you're taking any medications for your prostate, don't stop them without talking to your doctor. These dietary changes can work alongside your current treatment. The bottom line. Your prostate problems didn't develop overnight, and they won't disappear overnight either. But by making these simple changes to your fruit intake, you can start feeling better within days or weeks. Remember, you have more control over your prostate health than you might think. Every food choice you make is either helping your prostate heal or making it worse. Now that you know which fruits to avoid, you can make choices that support your health instead of sabotaging it. Take action today. If you're ready to take control of your prostate health, start by removing just one of these fruits from your diet today. Pay attention to how you feel over the next week. You might be surprised by how much better you sleep and how much more comfortable you feel. Your prostate has been trying to tell you something through those nighttime bathroom trips and uncomfortable symptoms. Now you know how to listen and respond. The power to feel better is literally in your hands, or should I say, in your fruit bowl. Make the change today. Your prostate will thank you, and so will your partner when you're not getting up all night long. This is Dr. Michael Harrison, and I believe every man deserves to feel comfortable and confident at any age.
These simple changes could be the key to getting your life back.